Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording right now, it is 11:02 a.m., September 14th, 2025. This is the first discussion video of the day. And it's actually nice out here, in downtown Brooklyn and such. I'm getting ready to go to Popeyes and get some food. Actually, I got to cook tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got some things I'm going to cook tonight to prepare for tomorrow and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, originally I was not going to bring up this topic, but last night, I see something last night while I was watching Wild Women of Wrestling, which, like I said, it comes on in the New York City area, WNY TV 55 or Channel 10, right, at 11 p.m. And one thing hit me while I was watching the show yesterday. When it comes down to TV program wrestling shows, right? They always had like a certain format with the show, right? It was either one-on-ones or tag teams. We're talking about like syndicated, wrestling shows, right? Like the B level shows, right? I say the C level shows, right? And hold on for a minute. Yeah, sorry about that. So, in terms of like the C, the C level shows, right? Which is basically the syndicated wrestling programs and such. It was always like the same format. It's always one-on-ones or tag teams and such. Very rare you would get like a certain kind of match gimmick on a B level, a C level show. If you notice, you never really got like a steel cage match in a C level show. You never really did, right? But one thing you used to get, which was very rare, was battle royals, right? And those were a lot of fun. I mean, those were a lot of fun because seeing that, at the time, especially like if you wasn't like immune to battle royals growing up and such, or like the Royal Rumble, like having a lot of people all in one ring was exciting at the time. Because something that you very rarely see, right? And it was, when they did that, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fucking fun. We're doing a battle royal, right? We're doing a battle royal with so much people in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers throwing each other off the top rope. Back then at the time it was just for fun, right? But then of course later on, they started adding a step onto these battle royals, which makes sense. Like the one that I seen, right? I remember what was it? I think it was WWF Superstars. I think this was like way back in the days. We're talking about like 93, 94. And it was a battle royal for, I think it might have been Superstars. I think, don't quote me. Do not quote me. But it was a battle royal with Razor Ramon. And I think he went to be number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship in that episode. I think, do not quote me. I think it might have been. But, it was, seeing that, like I said, was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fucking fun. Like WWE used to do that a lot. The WWF used to do that a lot. I don't know about WCW. WCW never did I think on Saturday night they might have done a battle royal. I think. I'm not absolutely sure. But, like I said, those were a lot of fun to see. A lot of fucking fun. And, it hit different at the time. It hit different because, it wasn't, it was not what you call oversaturated. It was not an oversaturated thing, and so seeing that, it was always like a major enjoyment that I had, a huge one, especially growing up, as a wrestling fan here in Brooklyn. Just see, it was mad fun, B. It was just mad fun just seeing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to think of more. WCW Worldwide, I don't think they ever did that. I don't think so. Saturday night might have, but worldwide, I don't think so. No, I mean they couldn't. There was no fucking way they was going to do a battle royal in that small ass Universal Studios. There was no way. There was no fucking way. I mean, no, I think it was Universal Studios. It was Disney MGM. I think, one of the two. Actually, I think it was Disney MGM. Right? It was. There was no way they could do that. Right? But in terms of other gimmick matches, right? That's like the only one that you really did see, on a C show. You know what I mean? You don't really see, like, okay, like some places, right? Some programs would do steel cage matches, right? But it's never for like a C show. Like when I saw Wild yesterday, right? Like it was just some weird sequence that they were doing. Like they had like, I think it was Miami Sweet Heat. You know what I mean? Like with Fab Four against, I think the Mother Truckers. Big Rig Betty and Holly Swag. Now I mean, like, one thing I noticed about Miami Sweet Heat, the tag team, like they're twins, right? They're twins. They're white. You know what I mean? One is blonde and one has black hair, but they both got suit coolers. Shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. But trust me, you don't want me to tell you, like, suit coolers is a sexy female. It's a sexy feature on a female. You know what I mean? It's a real sexy, feature on a, especially if the girl is cute. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, Lethal Lips. Remember Lethal Lips? Yeah, I mean, like she got suit coolers. Who else? Lil Mo, she got suit coolers. You know what I mean? A lot of these females who got suit coolers are cute. But again, you don't, like they had, I think they advertised a tag match, not tag match, a steel cage match. And I don't know if that steel cage match is going to be for their syndicated broadcast. I don't know. But again, you don't see that. Like you really do not see those kind of matches on TV. Again, like it's usually a battle royal. Like the other thing too, like you've never seen a War Games match on a C show. You know what I mean? You've never seen that. You've never seen a Survivor Series type match on a C show. You know what I mean? Because again, those are big matches. But think about this: the battle royal can basically fit for any show. It doesn't matter if it's an A, B, C, or D show. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's very rare to see. It's very rare to see something like that. But when it does, when they do have it on TV, like it's always a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun because again, like you got more than one person in the ring, motherfuckers throwing each other over the top rope. You know what I mean? Got different stars all at once. And they're not jobbers either. They're not enhancement talent also. So that's what makes the shit even more fun. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying? I'm here at Popeyes. I will be making some more videos today too. So I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.